spell this, the first part, and then read the rest.
I-H-O-P.
Read the rest.
Nets.
Read it again.
I-H-O-P.
No, you got to spell the first word and then read the second word. But do it multiple times.
I-H-O-P nets. What is that?
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to DVDs, Nuts, and Popcorn. I'm your host, the PMM, the Physical Media Mac. And yes, guys, you are riding with Tight White. What that means is I support Tight White. I'm a fan. I'm his brother. Yes, there has been some jealousy in the past or what have you. I mean, the guy gets the views. I get little to no views. He finds rare or expensive video games out in the wild. I find, I don't know, Dog Day Afternoon. But what I wanted to say before we get this video started, by the way, have you guys ever felt like you kind of forced yourself to do a video? I don't really feel like doing a video today. I'm going to be honest with you. I took no notes on anything, and I do have a lot to show off because I got two packages, one from Retro Tiburon, one from Ty Lord, and I got a big box here of crap I found at Goodwills and thrift stores and whatnot. But yeah, I'm really going to push through because I'm a true professional. But anyway, back to Tight White. I watched his most recent video, and I got to say, guy's been in the game 10 years now. And his last three videos are probably my favorite videos on his channel. And every single one of those last three Goodwill hunting videos, I think it's 69, 70, and 71 parts of the Goodwill series. Every one of them is linked together, tied together. They're all direct sequels of the prior film. And, you know, the first one was the movie. It was literally a movie. It was an hour and 45 minutes long. It had a super villain, it had a hero, a superhero, it had buildings falling, crashing to the ground, it had, you know, Xboxes that blew up, neighborhoods that were decimated, and then in the second video, you were introduced to Jesus Caliente, and a murderous stepbrother, and, you know, in this latest video, Kuon possessed his dog Storm. I mean, this guy is on a motherfucking roll, man. I'm telling you, man. I just, you know, truly the most underrated YouTuber out there. His videos are the most underrated out there. I have no clue why this guy doesn't have 100,000 subscribers, bare minimum. And, yeah, all the jealousy aside, shout out to you, Tight White. I'm proud of you, brother. I'm really proud of you. All right. Now, let's get to the pickups here, the packages. Kind of some shitty packages I got from these guys. Yeah, there's some good in them, but we'll talk about the shit, too. I feel like I'm in a bad mood or something. I don't know what's going on. I think Tight White has put me in a bad mood. I'm congratulating him, but I feel envious of him. All right, let's go to Ty Lord's package here. Again, I didn't take notes. This is really a video. It's not that I don't want to do a video. I don't know. I just don't have the energy, I feel. And I'm really crunched for time. I need to go grocery shopping, and I figure, you know what? Believe it or not, HEB's Wi-Fi is better than the one at my house. So I can literally get an hour video, which normally these videos are, to download to YouTube within the time that I'm grocery shopping. So that's what we're doing. We're on the way to the grocery store. We're going to show off some movies and hopefully get this up by 6, 7 p.m. tonight. All right, Ty Lord. Time-Lord's really pushing the Ticker movie on me. I'm telling you right now. I feel like he sent me this in a compilation. For sure, I own this in a compilation. And, you know, when he explained this movie to me, it really sounded generically just okay. It did not sound like it was a solid film. And you would think that it would, you know, that it would be a can't-miss film. It's got Tom Sizemore. Who doesn't like Tom Sizemore? It's got Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal is probably doing everything from waist up, nothing from, you know, below his waist. He's probably sitting in a chair the whole movie, pushing people off of him. And it's got Nos. I like Nos and Belly. I thought he did a fine job. And it's got Dennis Hopper in here. And it's got one of the hottest trailer park looking hot biatches of all time. I don't know why I'm forgetting her name, but y'all know who that is. Joe Dirt's cousin, right? I think she was married to Charlie Sheen. Old Tiger Blood. But yeah, Ticker. Is this trying to be like, you know, the Keanu Reeves, Dennis Hopper movie? Is it trying to be, what was that movie called where they're riding on the bus? Remember, Dennis Hopper set a bomb under the bus? Is that what this is trying to be, Ticker? I think so. If Dennis Hopper is a bad guy planting bombs, then this is a, what is the name of that movie? I can't think of it. All right, I need to rush through this. I'm taking too long already. I have no notes, and I'm taking longer than I take with notes. Oh, and sorry, I'm being very unprofessional, and I don't care. It literally went from winter to summertime here. It is so freaking hot right now. So my phone's probably vibrating. You're hearing a vibrating noise. I know, it sucks. My apologies. I'm no tight white. All right, now Time-Lord knows I'm a big shark fan as well as he. And this is one that I needed for the collection. We have Night of the Sharks, the most generic cut and paste cover art I've ever seen. And, yeah. Night of the Sharks with Treat Williams and Christopher Connolly. A feeding frenzy of blackmail and intrigue. You know what I don't want in my shark movies? Blackmail and intrigue. I just want sharks killing motherfuckers. Excuse my English, not French. All right, a remote island is the ideal setting for this fast action thriller about stolen diamonds and blackmail. The shark-filled waters of Mexico add much to the tension of this film. It's more of a write-up than a synopsis. Yeah, treasure, chest, sharks, blackmail. It's like every other shark movie, right? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good movie or not. I will check it out. Then he sends me this. I started watching this for some reason, and I kind of lost interest. Not that it's, I don't know, it's probably not terrible, but Final Payback. He's one man's army of revenge. Richard Grieco. Corbin Burnson. I hate these cases. I mean, I will give this away to somebody. Anytime I see these cases, they look terrible on the shelf. These plastic bullshit cases. I won't keep this. I'll get rid of it. Yeah, there's nothing to say about that. All right, so a shark movie that I have not, I've only seen, like, I don't know how I do this. I rented this on Amazon Prime, like, I don't know, 3 months ago. And I tried to watch it like 3 times. Not that it was bad. I got to the point where the guy's arm, I think, is the shark comes up that little elevator deal inside the hull of the ship. Or is it, maybe it's a substation, some kind of station that they made or whatever. I don't know what the hell's going on in this movie, but the guy's arm gets taken off. I got to that part, and you know, this is supposed to be one of the better shark movies, 2000 and beyond. Yeah, but anyway, what I was trying to say is I paid for it, I rented it, and I didn't watch it in time, so the time period ran out, so it's kind of stupid. It was just a waste of money. But he knew I needed it for the physical collection, so he sent it to me. So now I have to probably start at that point, 20 minutes in, and I won't probably. I need to finish watching this film because it's one of the better shark movies. Everybody's telling me. All right, next up here we have an Oliver Gruner movie that I did need. He Hunts Assassins, Assassin X. So I'll be checking that one out. All right, best of the best. The first film, I loved it. The second film, I loved it. So why not? Let's go for best of the best 3. Let's go for the trifecta. And the cool thing about the best of the best is they have Philip Ree in all 3 movies. And this one has Gina Gershon. Isn't that the UFC fighter? Or she used to fight in the UFC? Maybe she still does. I think she made a comeback. Yeah, so I'm excited about watching this one, man. Love the best of the best films. I don't know why he does this. I'm not joining their stupid club of VHS collectors. I'm not doing it. I refuse to do it. And I grew up with VHS. So it's kind of weird, but there's so many better options out now. It's like, you know, DVDs was such a huge improvement on VHS. It's not even funny. I don't even think Blu-rays coming out is as big as a difference than, you know, from DVD to Blu-ray as from VHS to DVD. I think that's a bigger jump in technological achievement. And yes, I mean, I want to own every bad Ice-T movie. And I do love Mario Van Peebles. And this probably does not come out on DVD. You know what? I take that back. I guess I have to make exceptions if I can't get it on Laserdisc or DVD. And there is a possibility that this is not on Laserdisc or DVD. And Lord forbid, there's definitely not going to be on Blu-ray or 4K. So, in that case, I might have to make an exception. But if I make that exception, I'm going to be collecting a bunch of VHS movies, because that's true with a lot of movies. So no, I'm not collecting these. Fuck that. All right, next up here, or last up here. Break a window. Oh, dang. Glass everywhere. All right, cool film, directed by James Cameron. We have Piranha 2. In the first Piranha, you're introduced to the savage, you know, 1,000-teeth killer fish. I don't know how many teeth they are, but it seems like they have 1,000 teeth. In this one, they can fly, guys. So that's why it's called the Spawning. And yeah, pretty badass. I have a spawning story to tell you guys that I think is pretty cool. And a lot of you guys might not know of this. Just like a lot of you might not have known that piranhas can fly. Okay? So, everybody's heard of termites, right? So I worked at a DoubleTree in Florida. And I was the assistant chief engineer. The chief engineer worked across the street at the Embassy Suite, so it was really kind of my property. But I was still called assistant chief. Anyway, I find out that we have a termite problem at the DoubleTree. I don't know if I knew it before, the story was told after the fact or whatever, but let's just state it right before I tell the story. Termite issue in the property, right? So you're going to have, what do termites do? They eat wood. So anything made of wood is going to, you know, be destroyed, right? And if you let them run rampant, they'll eat your building to the floor. Lord forbid it's just made of, you know, wood. Even concrete buildings, there's lots of wood in them, okay? So wood is, in any kind of construction, you're going to have wood. So, was the case with the restaurant there. So they had a restaurant there that only served breakfast It was made for, I think it's called a continental. No, it's not a continental. It was a full breakfast. Eggs, sausage, everything. Okay, so you pay for the room at DoubleTree and you get that breakfast. It's a big reason why people stay at Embassy Suites and DoubleTrees all throughout the nation, right? So there were termites there at that restaurant, and it was in the morning time around 8 a.m. or something like that, or 7:30, and the dining room floor was full of people, okay, eating this buffet breakfast. All of the sudden, I don't know what the reason why they do it, but these termites started spawning. Yes, they have wings, these fucking termites. They start flying everywhere around. It's like, like if you're out in the swamps of Florida and mosquitoes are attacking you. That's what was going on. They were flying around this dining room area and dive bombing in people's food and nailing people in the head. And so I walk into this, man, and I'm like, holy F, what am I going to do here? We end up calling an exterminator, but it was the most bizarre, freakish-like thing I think I've ever seen. Anyway. Just a little story with Uncle PWM there, guys. All right, now, Retro Tiburon sent me a package as well. Check out both of their channels. I won't put the links in the description because I'll forget, but if I do, then check them out. All right. This is kind of a shit show. Okay, this is something I picked up in the wild. This is a shit show box, really, to be honest with you. He sends me Halloween 3, which he should know that I own this. Okay, number one, I'm pretty sure we did a podcast on this channel, actually, where we ranked all the Halloween films. I know we did. So he knows that I have this, I'm pretty sure. And the artwork is pretty damaged on it. It's in bad condition. So it's like, why even send this to me? I don't know what's going on. By the way, Retro Tiburon, failed wrestler. The only guy I know to roll around with other men in spandex without getting paid. Matter of fact, he told me a story once. I don't know if I'm going to get it perfect, but something to do where he was in a training school for wrestling and he's rolling around the ground on spandex with grown-ass men. And there's like a porn convention, but they didn't know about it, that's like right next door. Or they're shooting a porn next door. And they could hear the pornography going on. And they were trying not to get boners as they were wrestling each other. Some weird shit going on, man. Now that's a story right there for you. Alright, so I don't need that. Then he sends me, this is like a slap in the face. He sends me loose disc, hide and seek. Are you serious? All right, this is probably a terrible movie, but I'm not going to knock him for sending me this because who knows? Maybe it's kind of cool. And it is a Blu-ray. It is sealed. It does have the Blu-ray and the DVD. And it's called Vamp Father. Looks like something you'd find at $1.25 Bush, but I'm not going to knock him. The Vamp Father, Danny Trejo, foresees the end of his vampire dynasty. I'm not going to read this shit. I'll be here all day. All right, so I'll check that one out. You never know. And then last in that box, because, man, there was a lot of stuff in this box, let me tell you. Is a film that I've seen. It's the first time we've ever seen Van Damme in a film, and that's Black Eagle. And, by the way, Sho Kosugi is in this. I'm a huge fan of Sho Kosugi. Who isn't, right? And Sho Kosugi and Van Damme fight at the end of this movie, but it's a little bit, it's unfulfilling. Let me just put it to you that way. Now, I already own this, but I don't think I have a individual copy of it, so I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. All right, moving on to the stuff I found out in the wild. A movie that I've not seen before, Al Pacino in Dog Day Afternoon. A robbery should... Let me take the sticker off so I can read this. A robbery should have taken 10 minutes. 4 hours later, the bank was like a circus sideshow. 8 hours later, it was the hottest thing in live TV. 12 hours later, it was all history. And it's all true. This is based on a true story, huh? It's got two people, if I remember correctly. Wasn't this guy also in Godfather? Wasn't he the disgraced brother? It says Joe Cazali? I don't know. I think this movie's supposed to be a classic. I've never seen it. I want to say this is probably from the 70s, no? No, it's not from the 70s. I don't know. Is this from the 80s? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be checking that out. Where am I at here? 20 minutes. All right, I need to race through this. All right, found this at Goodwill. It looked very intriguing to me. I like the cover art. I love the name, Death Games. It's the Mad Max for the new millennium. It's in widescreen. Why not? In the year 2010, heroes aren't born, they're built. And even the synopsis on the back of it talks about gladiators using chainsaws and a ring of fire. I mean, it just sounds amazing. And this movie sucks ass. It's terrible. I couldn't even get through it. Some kind of European bullshit, man. It just did not grab me at all. It's about these guys that work for a circus, and you know, they try to push the limits of danger to sell tickets and stuff. It's really bad. It sucks. All right, let's go with the things. I think I picked these up the same day from Goodwill. These are all Goodwill pickups. Let me just grab all my Goodwill pickups. Oh shit, there's a lot of them. All right, we'll grab some of them. All right, a movie that I've not seen. I think it's like a 16-hour movie, The Stand. Wasn't this like a TV series at one point? And yeah, it's about, what is it about? It's about a plague, right? I've watched like the first 30 minutes. I got like, I don't know, 5 hours left. And there's 2 discs to it, obviously, because it's just so long. But I don't know. I didn't hate what I saw. You know, it's obviously based on a Stephen King adaptation of books. So I don't know. I've never really heard much about. I haven't heard people talk about the movie that much. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have seen this film. I'm kind of curious to see what people think about it. Yeah, I mean, it seemed pretty good to me. My problem is it's just so long. I don't know if I can get through, you know, if it was, the first 30 minutes was amazing, and then, yeah, I'd be like, okay, let's watch some more, but it's just, I don't know, it was decent. All right, next up here. I thought this was cool, man. I've never seen this out in the wild before. It's got like a, kind of like a foil, shiny foil cover. The original Hills Have Eyes release here. Or I don't know if this is the original. Maybe, is this a, yeah, I think this is the original. And it's factory sealed. Got that for $1.99. See, that even has a sticker on top. And I thought this would be worth like some money, but it's only worth like, I think, 10, 15 bucks. I don't think I'm going to open it though. I'd probably upgrade to like a Blu-ray. I don't have this on Blu-ray. I think I'll get this on Blu-ray. classic Wes Craven stuff here. All right, speaking of Wes Craven production here. And this is a killer dog film called The Breed. Now, when I initially looked at this cover, I thought, okay, there's going to be some CGI in this film. It's not. It's a bunch of really well-trained and well-shot sequences of real dogs. Looks like some shepherd mixes. And I don't think there were any Rottweilers. Definitely no pit bulls. Look like a lot of shepherd mixes, maybe some chows. And like I said, really well shot. And you wonder how they got the dogs to do a lot of the stuff that happens in the movie. I would say I don't know, the cast of characters in this were not very interesting and not really likable characters, and the dialogue was just really piss poor, I think. But I don't mind keeping this on the shelf, man. I love killer animal movies, and I thought there was some cool killer dog shit going on in this film. Directed by Nick Mastandrea. Got a effed up name. Very hard to pronounce. Very hard to pronounce. Special features on this one. I'm not reading the special features. F that. Okay, we have a exclusive Walmart. This is factory sealed as well. Oh shit, what's going on here? Why does it say bonus film Bruiser? Does this have multiple movies on it? It says 2 DVDs. What is going on here? I didn't even realize this. It says a film. I don't really understand why it says... Maybe it just has a bonus disc. Yeah, I think this is just Bruiser. This is a George A. Romero film. And I'm not saying George A. Romero is not up there with the Carpenters and the Wes Cravens and whatnot. But it seems like he's kind of just known for his zombie films. But I don't know. Like, I really haven't seen him do a lot of non-zombie stuff. Maybe I'm just really uneducated on his filmography. Maybe this would be a perfect bridge into watching his other films. Never seen it. Never heard anybody talk about this film. I think I've heard of it before, but yeah, kind of a mystery for me here. Something about a guy being betrayed by his wife, belittled by his boss, cheated out of his fortune by his best friend. The ultimate, like, you know, back crossing going on. And, yeah, this guy probably gets revenge. Bruiser. All right, 4 Blu-rays here that I picked up from Goodwill. All $1.99. And, oh no, I'm sorry, I got one of these from Amazon, but we'll talk about that. It's kind of a, it makes sense to talk about that one. Oh, actually, no, I'm sorry. 2 of these are Amazon pickups. Let me get all the Blu-rays from Goodwill real fast here. All right, classic here, Karate Kid. Had to snag that one up. Another classic, Tombstone. One of the best Westerns. Definitely in this era, without a doubt. I would say probably Unforgiven and Tombstone are the best in the past 20 years. This is a very interesting film. It's very well acted. 310 to Yuma. I'm a big fan of your boy. I don't know, why am I not thinking of his name right now? Christian Bale. Out of the Furnace was one of my favorite acting performances from him, in my opinion. But he's really good in everything that he does, man. He's just a really good actor. And Russell Crowe, I got respect for him as well. But I don't know, man. This movie, it is really good, but it's really unbelievable as well. And the decisions that Russell Crowe makes in this film is you know in a million years it would never happen. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just, there's some real bizarre choices that they make in the film that make you kind of scratch your head. But as far as being well shot and feeling like you're back in the Western days, they do an incredible job. And yeah, man, cool film. 310 to Yuma. Then another Western here. I remember when this was streaming, I watched some of them. I don't know if it was a series or maybe it was just a movie. But I think it's a long effing movie, though. Let me see. It doesn't say, or it does say, I just can't find it. But yeah, Brad Pitt in The Assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. What does it say here? An impressive, majestic achievement. Brad Pitt is unforgettable. Rex Reed with the New York Observer. Rex Reed is a legend. But yeah, I heard nothing bad about this film. I heard it's really good, man. I heard Brad Pitt knocks it out of the park. It's got some other good actors in there too, man. I think it's got the guy from, let's see if I can find it on here. It's terrible. Like, even with my glasses off, that print, that black on that dark background color is just the worst. It's got the guy from, this is produced by Ridley Scott. Casey Affleck was I'm thinking about. Casey Affleck was also in Out of the Furnace with Christian Bale. There's a tie-in. All right, next up here. This is a movie I don't believe I've seen. This is the guy, the director of this movie made The Crow and I, Robot. Dark City, the director's cut. It's got beautiful Jennifer Connelly in it. Kiefer Sutherland. And William Hurt. And it just seems like a futuristic, like post-apocalyptic sci-fi film, which I'm really into those movies right now. Definitely have to check this one out. There you go. You want a digital copy? Pause that and grab that. If it's still good. All right, now, moving on here. All right, look at this bullshit. Now, I will talk about this film in the next video because I haven't finished watching it. I was watching it last night, and I still got like 30 minutes to go on it. But look at this bullshit I got off of Amazon. This is my major problem with Amazon. A lot of the time, you don't see pictures of shit. All you see is the words. And like eBay, the big thing with eBay, you're getting to see 8, 9, 10, 15 shots of the spine, the front, the back, the whole thing. Amazon, you don't know what the fuck you're getting. So this was listed as new. I got this in this bullshit white photocopy case. This is not the original creature. This is some bullshit computer disc. I was pissed off, man. But yeah, I am like really into sci-fi creature films right now. And I wish I could tell you the name of the guy, but or the YouTuber. He does these videos where he talks about the best like sci-fi creature films of all time, and he'll name like 10 or 12 of them. And those videos always make me spend money, let me tell you right now. But this is like a really dark film. These are all Alien ripoffs, but this is like a really like dark, intense, like sci-fi, alien film, man. At first I was a little bit like, what is this? It's kind of, I'm watching like a VHS rip, which is pissing me off. But I would like, if this came out on Blu-ray, I would definitely get a Blu-ray copy of this. And but yeah, man, it's really, really dark, man. It's some pretty intense stuff going on in this film. So I'll finish watching this tonight, man. I'm excited about this. I'm gonna talk about this in the next video. Now, the one that I did see Actually, I saw both of these films. And I was really blown away by this Alien ripoff. It's called The Terror Within. These are Roger Corman's cult classics, a double feature. Comes in a clear case. And, yeah, really cool, man. This has reversible cover art, I think. Let me see. Oh, wow. Oh, it's just some kind of, poster art. Yeah, the creature is pretty cool in this film. You can see the creature right there. But, yeah, Terror Within blew me away, man. I really enjoyed that film. It's got a guy running around like in a, you know, like a rubber suit type of deal, but it's well put together, and it's a cool looking creature. And, yeah, man, I enjoyed it a lot, man. I would highly recommend The Terror Within. It's, I'm not going to get too much in because I'm running too long on the... Yeah, I'll read this real quick. In the aftermath of the chemically induced plague that wipes out most of the world, the only survivors are a small group of scientists trapped in a laboratory 500 feet below the ground in the Mojave Desert. But they are not alone. The Terror Within stars Academy Award winner George Kennedy. Oh, I forgot George Kennedy's in it. From Cool Hand Luke. And Andrew Stevens from The Fury. And Terry Trias from The Nest. I forgot The Nest is the cockroach film. Okay, so yeah, The Terror Within was badass, man. The creature looks amazing. And then Dead Space. Dead Space is pretty bad. Like that was just a that one reminds me. It reminds me of like Jim Henson. Like I felt like the creature was almost like part Muppet. It was very funny. But not that Jim Henson wasn't amazing. I mean, obviously I grew up on like Sesame Street and shit. So puppets were like a big part of my childhood. But like as an adult, I'm anti-puppet. So anything that reminds me of puppet for some reason I don't like. But there was some beginning special effects in this movie that was kind of puppet-like that made me laugh. It's real. I mean, you might want to put it in so bad it's good, but it's without a doubt. I can see how some people say this is a shitty film. It's not even close to as good as The Terror Within. Let me just put it to you that way. All right, where am I at here? 37 minutes. All right. I'm running out of steam here, guys. I'm feeling congested, too. All right, next up. I picked these up the same day because I saw this, which is one of my favorite films of all time. I just love rape revenge films. I don't know what it is about it. Not so big on the rape part, of course, but the revenge part and the fact that they went, you know, somebody was disgusting enough of a person to rape someone, you know, I feel like they really deserve death. And maybe that's why I'm so into these films. But, and in this film right here, guys, we'll just talk about this one first. Savage Streets, which, by the way, Linda Blair with the 80s hair and the most perfect set of tits you've ever seen. She is a smokehouse in this film, guys. Linda Blair, Charles Bronson, doing her Charles Bronson impression after her autistic sister gets raped. It's one thing to rape someone, but you're going around raping autistic children. I mean, that is like beyond fucked uppness. Yeah, I'm making up words. This is very cool, guys. It has the I don't know, man. I think I prefer the original. This is Code Red, by the way. Prefer the original over that. That does not say 80s big hair. They completely F that up. It does say perfect tits. Oh, yeah, it does a way better job. They don't even show her tits on this. But the hair is on point. All right, so the disc, yeah, might as well keep that one because you got the disc art here. of the new stuff right there. But yeah, this film is amazing. I mean, that's what it is. Her autistic sister gets raped, and she pulls a Charles Bronson, man. And it is fucking vicious. I think this guy, let me see if it says, it's like a Satan, it's like a biker gang, vicious leader of the Satans, a fun-loving group of pretty high school girls. The Satans are in trouble. For the first moment, they play a harmless prank on, oh, that's really harmless. Rape is harmless, right? Oh, fuck, I forgot to tell you, Leanna Quigley's in this. Really cool Code Red release here. A revenge sequence rooted in Eastwood and Bronson, but more vicious, more personal. Savage Streets with exorcist Linda Blair. All right, so that made me buy this. At first, I thought this was an 80s film, but it's actually an homage to the 80s. And, you know, it's filmed like it's in the 80s, but it's actually a 2000, I think it was like a 2019 or 20, maybe even 21 film release. And, you know, it's got all kinds of accolades from all these different, you know, film festivals and stuff. But I don't know, man, this missed the mark for me, man. I didn't really even understand the story. There's like an abandoned building where this guy's getting tortured because he cheated on this one guy's wife, and this other guy's helping him, and they're supposed to kill him, but the one guy's having too much fun torturing him, so they stay too long. Then all of a sudden this group of high school people go there to party, but then they know what's going on, and they're kidnapped. I don't know. It's very, I don't know what the word is. It's very confusing. That's a good word for it. And, you know, it says it's a canon style 80s film. I don't know. I just, I might pass this one along. I just did not feel it was that good. Missed the mark for me. I'll probably pass these along to somebody. I think I can't remember if I sent Ty Lord Rest Stop yet. I have both of these. Nice to get the slipcover on this one right here. But somebody needs that one, let me know. And this one as well, but I might keep this one because it has a slipcover. But Rest Stop 1 and 2. That's it. There was never a part 3 to the series. I'm a fan of the franchise, for sure. I've talked about it on many occasions. All right, here's another one that I picked up online. It's got one of the best covers ever. It's definitely not as good as the cover says it is. It's got one of my favorite actors in it, David Carradine. And it's got the girl that I've definitely whacked off to more than once in my childhood, and that is Sherilyn Fenn. She is beautiful. I wish I had a good picture to show you here of her. No, there's nothing good on here. You will not recognize her from that small picture. And I can't remember what else she was in. She was just in a bunch of movies back then, and she was always showing her tits off. She's just beautiful. Oh, by the way, so this is it says unofficial collector's spaced out edition. So this was this is basically a bootleg, but this does not seem like some photocopy bullshit. Seems like a nice artwork here. And, well, you know, it is probably photocopied, but it's done so well that it just looks good. And, you can tell the disc has no name on it. This was never released on DVD. It's only on VHS. So someone went out there and burned it somehow to a disc, and it does not look like VHS quality. So I don't know how they did it, but yeah, man, Crime Zone looks good. It's been so long since I've seen this. Probably like a month since I've seen this. They're in some kind of futuristic world where they have like places you can go to have sex with the women, like cat houses or whatever. But you have to go there. If you're at your home, your residence, you can't have women over. Like, they have strict rules. They have policies. They have curfews. You can't be out in the streets at nighttime. They have strict curfews about that. And then they'll like burst into, like, there's one scene where the main guy in this, I think it's Peter Nelson, either that or Michael Shanner. He meets up with Sherilyn Finn at one of those cat houses or whatever. They become an item and they go back to his house and they're like having sex and stuff. And they hear somebody, so she hides or goes out the window or whatever. And then this girl cop like kicks the door down and goes in there, and then she's like, "Show me your cock. If you have an erection, I must arrest you." And he literally has to pull his pants down and shit. He's trying to see if she's if you know, he's with a woman or whatever. But it's really hilarious. And but anyway, that zone that they're in or whatever, they're trying to get out of there. David Carradine comes in and tells them, you can get out of here and go to a safe zone, or free. They call it like a free zone, where you're not under such tyrannical law. And but you have to do something for them. You have to rob these banks or something like that. So they're doing all this like criminal activities for him, so they can get to the free zone. And he double crosses them and stuff. And it's fun. It's not an amazing film, but it's definitely something I'm happy about adding to the old sci-fi collection. Crime Zone. All right, let me hurry up here. Okay, another of the shark movies that's always talked about, 12 Days of Terror. This is based on this is like based on the story of what Jaws was based upon, which was like in the 1920s, I think it was, in New Jersey. Some bull sharks had got into the river system and like killed some people. I think they killed like 5 or 6 people or something like that. And that's what Jaws was based upon. In the summer of 1916, it was business as usual along the New Jersey shoreline. The coast was blooming with thousands of tourists striving to overcome the record temperatures and revel in the summer sun. But their peaceful existence would soon be shattered by a series of 5 shark attacks, which left 4 people dead during 12 terrifying days in July. So yeah, my problem with this is, believe it or not, it's like the soundtrack. Like, I don't know, it just seems very generic, and whenever the shark's in the water about to kill somebody, you don't feel that sense of danger or that impending doom. You don't really feel that. And I think it's based upon the music they use and the sounds in the film are just not are good for those type of scenarios. In Jaws, you hit dun 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 dun. I mean, it just really intensifies what's going on. And then you watch this, and you're like, this is about as bland as any shark film I've ever seen. I think they do have some good practical effects in this one, if I remember correctly. And I don't know. You know, it's not terrible. It's got John Rhys Davies in it, but it's just okay. It's nothing to write home about, as they say. All right, let me see. All right, 4 more movies and I'll let you guys go. And I gotta go grocery shopping. This is an interesting film. I'm not gonna lie, this is a very trippy film. It's kind of film you need to smoke some weed to watch. I don't know who this Jim Jarmusch is and how many movies he's made and what films he's made, but this is Dead Man with Johnny Depp. I don't necessarily think that I don't know if I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan in the first place. I don't know if he necessarily blew me away in this film. I feel like he's kind of a replaceable asset in this movie. He could have been played by Christian Bale or or, you know, someone probably better. But yeah, it's a very trippy movie. How do I explain this? He basically meets an Indian guy, and the Indian guy is separated from his tribe, and he's kind of trying to become a man or something, and there's a lot of like hallucinogenics in this movie. Hallucinogenics? Am I saying that right? Sounds weird. But let me see if I can read this. Okay, delivers a remarkable performance in this highly acclaimed tale of adventure and intrigue in the Wild Wild West. It's a Wild Wild West film. A young man in search of a fresh start, William Blake, played by Depp, embarks on an exciting journey to a new town, never realizing the danger that lies ahead. But when a heated love triangle ends in a double murder, Blake finds himself a wanted man, running scared, until a mysterious loner, Gary Farmer, teaches him how to face the dangers that follow. A dead man. So yeah, he meets this Indian guy after this double murder. Basically, he's banging this chick, and her husband gets out of prison and busts in the saloon and pulls a gun on Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp pulls out his gun, and I guess, so the jealous husband kills the girl. Johnny Depp kills the guy. Johnny Depp's character gets blamed for both murders, so now he's on the run, and apparently the guy who died's dad is also like this rich guy, so he hires all these outlaws. Oh, by the way, one of the outlaws that's hired to kill Johnny Depp's character is Lance Hendrickson, so that's badass. And who else does it have? It has some good actors in here. Robert Mitchum from Cape Fear's in this. He's the dad that hires the guy, Lance Henderson, and a couple other crazy guys. And Lance Henderson plays this badass outlaw guy who he's a cannibal and shit. He'll like shoot you and eat you. It's fucking bizarre. And it's kind of hard to explain this film, but it's just one of those movies. It's kind of like what is the movie where they go to, what's the movie where they do all the drugs and stuff? I can't think of it. It's got Johnny Depp in it. Not Leaving Las Vegas. What am I thinking of? The one where they go to Las Vegas, the two guys, and they're doing drugs the whole movie. I can't think of it. Oh, Billy Bob Thornton's in this as well. There's all kinds of guys. Iggy Pop's in this. Crispin Glover's in this. I forgot to tell you. Of Friday the 13th fame. It's just chocked full of good actors, let me tell you. It's an interesting film, man. It's a good watch. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why I have this here. Or maybe because I've seen it. Probably because I saw this and I was going to talk about it. Again, it's been a long time, man, since I've seen this, though. This is not... Okay, so Cabin Fever is a solid film. Everybody likes that one. I always thought that this was supposed to be really bad, so I stayed away from it. It's actually not that bad of a film. And it's called Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever. And the guy who did... Oh, God. You can't read any of this on the back. It's like so bad. The guy who did Cabin Fever, the director... What is his name? He also did the cannibal film where they're out in the... Hostel. The guy who directed the Hostel. Eli Roth. Eli Roth has nothing to do with Cabin Fever 2. But Cabin Fever 2 is like a really dirty, like... You want to take a shower after watching this film. It's like really... It's got some nasty shit going on in this film, man. It's got chicks sucking cock and getting their heads cut off, and like there's all kinds of weird shit going on in this film. And it's a disgusting movie. Like there's some scenes that will make you throw up. Like there's some really vile shit going on in Cabin Fever 2. Someone's head gets chopped off sucking a dick. I don't know if I made that up. It's a pretty good film, man. Cabin Fever 2. I hope I sold that to you guys. All right, I got to get out of here, man. I got shit to do. It's getting late. We're almost at an hour. Oh, I did want to talk about this. It's been a minute since I've seen Crocodile, so I still have to watch this one again and talk about this probably in the next video. But this is a Tobe Hooper film. It's cheesy as hell, I remember, but still a badass crocodile movie. And I think Crocodile 2 might even been better than Crocodile 1. Like Crocodile 2, I funk with that. But this movie here, Blood Surf, I thought I was going to hate this film. This is one badass crocodile fucking film right here, guys. Excuse my language. So loosely, this is what the movie is. They go on this trip. In the beginning, they're in this plane, right? Flying over the ocean. Cast of characters seem pretty cool. Yeah, likable characters. And they're like thrill seekers. And they're like YouTubers. I don't know if they say YouTube, but they live stream stuff. And they're trying to get more. They're trying to get views. I think they're trying to make a movie. So the director's with them. And they go out to these spots where, like in Australia and like dangerous places where there's a lot of great white sharks and whatnot. And then they go surfing, but the gimmick is they'll like cut their feet with razor blades so they're bleeding. And then so when they're surfing, they're bleeding in the ocean. So it attracts sharks when they're surfing these big ass waves. And then they also will like put chum in the water, like chum, like blood from fish and shit. They'll pour it all in the water to get the sharks and everything to fucking to surround the area where they're surfing at. So it's a real crazy concept. And while they're filming these scenes, you know, dodging these sharks on surfboards and shit, all of a sudden this, I think it's like a 20-foot alligator or crocodile, like eats a shark or some shit, and the movie turns into a crocodile film. And I'm telling you right now, they use very little CGI. Somehow they're able to use practical effects on a 25 foot crocodile. It's quite impressive and quite hilarious. And it's a really good film, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, Blood Surf is a badass film. You gotta check that out. I mean, this is my biggest recommendation of all these films right here. I think you guys will have a blast with it. As long as you go into it not expecting some kind of Steven Spielberg movie. It's made to make you laugh, and it's made to make you fucking cry. I cried laughing watching this movie. It is so funny. All right. So last film here. And another one that's pretty good, I'm not going to lie. Another movie that I needed for my shark collection, and that is Raging Sharks. Now, the most hilarious thing about this film, I want to make it right under an hour, guys, is the sharks roar like lions in the ocean every time they're attacking. They roar like lions. It is so funny. But I'm not even gonna bother telling you what the story is. So in the beginning, there's a spaceship, and a spaceship, alien spaceship blows up or something, and some kind of capsule from the spaceship falls to the earth and goes into the ocean. It actually hits a ship and blows up a ship and goes into the ocean. So they come to investigate this, and apparently this alien... All right, sorry about that, guys. So my phone ran out of memory. But anyway, this alien capsule that goes to the bottom of the ocean, this liquid stuff starts getting out, and then gets into like the sharks and stuff, and it starts making the sharks rage out, and they start going crazy and attacking everybody. And there's actually aliens in this movie at the end of the movie. It is pretty freaking hilarious. And it's a new Image film, man. I'm happy to add this to the old shark collection. And yeah, this came with a slip cover. Hallmark Entertainment TV miniseries. Don't tell me this is a Hallmark movie. I would laugh my ass off. I don't know why it has a Hallmark slip in there. But anyway, yeah, guys, Raging Sharks. Definitely check it out. Oh, by the way, this has, I'm pretty sure it does. This has Corbin Burnson in it again. Doesn't it? It says Corbin Nurmick. Yeah, Corbin Burnson. Corbin Burnson is like the captain of the ship in this film. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. All right, guys, I'm at an hour. I got to go grocery shopping. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for riding with the PWM who rides with Mr. Tight White. And almost messed up there. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Good luck out there finding whatever physical media that you're looking for. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.